Police are firing rubber bullets at protesting Lenasia South residents. The latest flare-up comes despite a visit to the area by Gauteng housing officials. Yesterday, the community went on the rampage over land grabs. They were joined by residents from Kliptown, Protea South, Ennerdale, Zakariyya Park and Eldorado Park. Well, community leaders say local residents are angry because government has failed to act. Homeowners in Lenasia have expressed concern over the mushrooming of illegal shacks, which they say is negatively affecting the value of their bonded houses. They are appealing to government to stop these land invasions. The MEC's visit today was expected to solicit a deeper understanding of the concerns of this community. Well, Hasina Gori is our reporter tracking this developing story for us. We chat to her on the line now. Good afternoon, Hasina. How volatile is the situation there? We are getting reports in of rubber bullets being fired. What's happening now?
Good afternoon. Right now, the situation seems to have calmed down a bit. Earlier, we saw as the MEC went to Lenasia today. Firstly, he met with the broader community for a closed meeting with them to get an understanding of the complexity of the situation. Then he moved to Lenasia South, where we saw that protest flare up yesterday. And today, once again, we saw that a similar kind of situation. Land invaders on the one side who are very, very upset over the protest action that happened yesterday and their homes being invaded by residents of Lenasia South. And then on the other side of the road, the Lenasia South residents who were also, standing there protesting and said they've had enough with these mushrooming of illegal structures in the area. What happened was that when the MEC went to Lenasia South to meet with the land invaders, they allowed him to address, but once he moved down towards the residents, they moved with him. And that's where we saw a standoff occurring once again, tensions rising once again, and rubber bullets, tear gas, as well as stun grenades being used to disperse the crowds. We do know now that the situation has been a lot calmer right now. They're trying to really find a way to find an amicable solution to the problems that are happening in the area. We know that a task team has been set up and they're expected to meet on a Tuesday. The first kind of step, they know that there have been court orders for a lot of these land invaded areas to be evicted and moved, which were never ever done by the municipality, which now they're hoping to put into place. And that's one of the processes that they're hoping to start.
Hasina, can you tell us what the MEC actually said at the meeting with community members? And because the overriding sentiment out there at this juncture in the country, especially when cases like this reach boiling point or tipping point, is that top brass often pitches up when it becomes very volatile, pays lip service to the case in point, and then moves on.
So what we know is that it was a closed meeting, but the most important thing that came out of it was that it's a complex situation. He hasn't really given any proper solutions to the issue. He's put in the task team, hopefully to come in. And what he says is that there's a lot of issues here that need to be addressed that are going to take more than just the MEC, himself being able to address it. He did say he's going to call the mayor, Herman Mashaba, and hopefully he will be able to come through and also address his issues. He said he will get through to him, hopefully sometime even this evening, so that they could find a way, to bring about some kind of peace in Lenasia South.
Hasina, how visible are authorities, SAPS, security personnel, etc. at this point? Because we are fast approaching nightfall and it's a time where we usually see a flare-up of tension.
So we do know that police are present, both Metro and SAPS have been on the scene from yesterday for private security in the area. They are monitoring the situation quite closely, and hopefully they will not see a volatile situation boiling over into the nightfall, and hopefully, there's a bit more calm.
You've been speaking to residents there on both sides or in this particular case. What is the overriding sentiment at this point when you assess the resolve of the people? How far are they willing to take this, Hasina?
they're very frustrated. Both sides are saying enough is enough. Both are stubborn and standing their ground and holding their areas, saying that they both have the right to protest. They both have the right to say what they're saying and be true to their sentiments. But what we hear from the residents of Lenasia South, and it's an overall sentiment from yesterday, that this is not a race issue. It's not an issue of one race over another, but an issue of housing, and that government needs to come to the fore. Both sides say this. Both sides say that government has failed them, and government needs to find a solution for them.
Hasina Gori reporting to us from Lenasia South there. Thank you for your time on the SABC News Desk. We'll keep a keen eye on developments in Lenasia South.